Okay, so today we are going to work on jumping. And what you do just in everyday life to prevent your puppy from jumping. If you get your puppy at this age and teach them not to jump, when they get older, they don't even think about it. If when they're jumping like this and they want your attention, you bend down, you pet them, you pick them up, you're teaching them that if they jump on you, they get attention. Then when they get older, you start pushing them down and kneeing them and this and that. You're still giving them attention. It's a negative attention, but they're still getting attention, so they will continue to jump on you. If you get a puppy, the best thing to do is to nip it in the butt right from the beginning. So Tot just got out. I just got him out of his crate. So we're going to burn off a little bit of energy first, because if we don't, he's not going to pay attention very well because he's so hyper. What is that? What is that? Huh? Come here. Get it. Yeah, get it. Good boy. Good boy. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. That is a good boy. What's this? What's this? What's this? Look at. You showing everybody else you got it? Okay, drop it. And I'm small the treat. He doesn't know I have it. Come here, Tot. Come on, puppy. Good boy. Look at. He's so happy. Patience. Patience is a virtue. Come here. Look. Oh, yeah, there's a treat. Good boy. Yes. He's doing really good. So everything I do in the beginning that I say, like he drops his treat, toy, I wouldn't pick that one up. I can change that now because he's so good at what he's doing. Yay. Good boy. Yay. Yes. See, he's still really hyper. You don't want to try to train them when they're really hyper. You got to burn some of that energy. Can you sit? Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Get it. Come here. Come on. Yay. Get it. See how I keep it low? Because I don't want him to have to jump up to try to get his toy, so I keep it down low. Yay. Good boy. Good boy, silly. Yay. Good boy. Where'd your toy go? Oh. Get it. Get it. Yes. Good boy. That is a good boy. Come here. Yes. Now see, if he's jumping, I just ignore him. I'm not going to give him any attention because that's why he's jumping, is he wants attention. So I'm going to teach him to sit to get attention. Sit. Yes. Good boy. That is a good boy. And I give him attention for that. Yes. They turns around, he starts jumping again. I'm going to ignore him because we don't want him. Well, thing is with Tot, eventually I plan on getting him into Frisbee, so I'll want him to jump on me. So I'm going to do two different things. I'm going to teach him not to jump like this when he wants attention, but to come up to me and sit. But I'm also going to teach him how to put his paws up on me. That way he doesn't feel like he's doing something really wrong when he does put his paws up on me, because I've trained dogs before not to jump, and they won't jump on you for anything. And then when you try to teach them to jump when they're older, they're like, hey, why are you doing this? Come here. Sit. Yes, good boy. And he gets attention. Yes, good boy. Good boy. Yes, he is. Sit. Sit. Yes, good boy. And I don't want his paws on my hand. I want all four on the floor. Now, if he sits and I start to give him the treat and he puts a paw up on me, that's okay right now because he's just learning. Eventually, I'll teach him that that one paw isn't acceptable when I ask him to sit. I just want him to sit. Come here. And I want him realistically to face me when he sits. Sit. Yeah. Yes, good boy. I'm going to give him attention. Yes, good boy, because that's what he wants. Yes, good boy. Yeah, he's a good boy. He's a good boy, huh? Yes, he is. He's a good boy, huh? So, and we still have to work on sit quite a bit too. Get a nice solid sit for when I ask it. There are times that I'll ask him to sit and he does. Come here. Sit. Yeah. Oops. Whoopsie. Sit. He's so hyper. Sit. Patience. Lots of patience. Because he's got to figure it out in his own head too. We can't just expect them to do what we ask and them do it. They have to figure it out in their own head what we're trying to do. Sit. Good boy. Good boy. We're going to give him attention. Good boy. Now also another thing, I don't know about you guys, but I love picking up my puppies. But don't ever do it when they're jumping on you. So if I want to pick him up, come here. Sit. 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 Yes. Good boy. Oops, here. You didn't get it all. Yes. Good boy. I'm going to pet him. And before he stands up, then I'm going to pick him up. Yeah, that is a good boy. That is a good boy, huh? Yes, that is a good boy. Yeah, so don't ever pick them up when they're jumping on you. Your legs, your feet, your chair, your stool, anything. When the only time you pick them up is when they're sitting. Same with petting them. Don't pet them when they're jumping up on you. So when they get bigger and you're sitting in your chair and they come after you and they want to be petted and they're jumping, what I do is I put my knee up like this and I make it so they can't jump over, and I sit and I'll look away and then I'll ask them, to sit. Once they sit, I'll put my knee down and I'll pet them. But there's ways to block them so you can't without hurting them. To get them to be good so you can give them attention. Yeah, oops, sit. Yes, good boy. Good boy. Now he's already catching on. Yes, good boy. Good boy. Come here. Yes, good boy. Of course, this is a little bit too, I can tell just by the way he's acting that. Yes, good boy. Yes, good boy. You see how he put his paw on me and went to jump up and he decided to sit instead? Good boy. Come here. Sit. Ignore. Don't pet. Don't touch. Because if you pet them when they're jumping, you're praising them for doing what you don't want them to do. Sit. Yes. See, I help him get his paws off me just by moving my hand. One I don't mind, but both of them we have an issue. Yes, good boy. Good boy. Where's your toy? Okay. We don't want to go too long on one thing because he is so young yet. So we're going to put some play in there with it, because if you just train one thing for 10-15 minutes, then they get bored with it and eventually like, I don't want to do this, I'd rather do other things. So incorporate some play. Maybe try 5 commands with a treat and then give them the toy. Come here. What are you chewing on? Come here. Sit. Yeah, that is a good boy. That is a good boy, huh? Pick you up and put you over there. Sit. Silly. Come here. Come here. There's so much stuff on the floor. Come here. Come here, Tot. Sit. Sit. Yes! Good boy. Good boy. That is a good boy. And the petting is the praise. But I'm going to give him a treat too, just because I want to reinforce that big time. Okay, so if you're standing up, whoops, there goes the ball. Oh, he didn't see it. You're standing up and your puppy's jumping on you. You got to ignore it. Ignore it, ignore it. Then ask him to sit after he knows how to sit. Come here. Sit. Yes, good boy. I scared him. Yes, good boy. And while he's sitting, I'll pet him and I'll also pick him up. But I will not pick him up if he's jumping on me. Yes. And this is another thing that we work on in everyday living. So if I'm sitting in my chair watching TV and he comes up to me, I always got some treats in the pocket. He comes up to me and he wants to get up on my lap, he has to sit. And I mean, we haven't started doing that real hard yet. I've had him exactly 1 week today. Sit. Sit. Tot. Sit. Yes, good boy. Good boy. That is a good boy. And that's when I pet him. So eventually, if you do this all the time, just throughout your everyday moving around and living, then they learn really quick if they want your attention, they have to come up to you and sit. Yes, good boy. And if they want to be picked up, they have to sit. That is a good boy. That is a good boy. So in his toolbox for training tools right now, we have toys, treats, and praise. The more tools you get in your toolbox, the easier it is to train your dogs. Yes, good boy. So we're going to throw a little fun in there. Get it. Get it. Yes, good boy. Good boy. Yes. Now, I haven't been on him hard about this yet, but when you see he came back, he jumped up on the stool. So from now on, yes, good boy. Good boy. From now on, when he comes to me with his toy and he jumps up on the chair or wherever I'm at or on me, I'm not going to, you're a good boy. I'm not going to acknowledge him. He has to sit. And he's kind of young. Normally, I don't train my puppies this young to do that. But if you guys start out right when you get them doing this, then when they're a year, 2 years old, you don't have to work on the jumping, because the bigger they get, the harder it is to get them away from jumping. Because like I said, when they're older and they jump on you and you push them down and you knee them, you're still giving them attention. It might be, yes, good boy. It might be a negative attention, but they're still getting it. So nobody wins. Teach them in everyday living, yes. Teach them, yes, it. Yes. Teach them in everyday living. I mean, just throughout the day, as you guys carry on your lives, these simple things. When you sit in your chair, he wants attention. He has to sit. Yes, good boy. When you're doing dishes and he's jumping on your leg, he doesn't get no attention. But if you ask him to sit, then give him attention when he sits. You're training him When he wants attention, he has to sit instead of allowing him as a puppy, because all puppies are cute. I will never deny that. They are cute. They're irresistible. But when you allow them to jump on you and you pet them, or, try to jump on you when you're sitting and you pet them or you push them off, you're giving them attention. Teach them to sit right from the get-go. Like I say, we've had him 1 week. I won't give attention for that because he's jumping up and I didn't ask him to. Now, once he gets older and I train him paws up, then that'll be a different thing. Hi, can you sit? Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Same with going outside to go potty. I take him outside. He has to sit at the door. We haven't started this real heavy yet because, like I say, I haven't started pushing this, but we will from this day on because he's old enough and he's settled in enough and he's getting a lot of confidence. So I know he's not going to be scared from any of the things I ask him to do. He's confident around the other dogs. If they start barking, you gotta sit. Oh, he smells the treat. I got my treats in my pocket here, and he smells them. You can't do that. I mean, if he can smell the treat, he's going to jump up. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Yes. Good boy. Also, food dishes. A lot of times, your dog, they jump up when they know you got their food dishes because they're excited to get fed. So I'm going to break a little bit of this up. Oh, good boy. And look, he sits. You gotta sit. You gotta sit. Can you sit? Tot, sit. Yes. You gotta sit. Yes. And the minute he sits, he doesn't know there's treats in there. Okay. The minute he sits, he gets his food and water dish. I don't know how many you get. What is that? That's your dish. His dish is normally over there, so he's not understanding why it's over here. But when they get bigger and they get excited because they see you're getting ready to feed them, they start jumping on you and they knock your water out of the hand. Or how many times have you had them knock the dish of food out of your hand and it goes everywhere? You teach them to sit. Good boy. Look at. Yeah. Yes. Good boy. You teach them to sit right from this age every single day when you set their food and their water down. Every time you feed them, you ask them to sit. And usually with food and water, you don't have to give a treat because their dish is the treat. It is their reward. And that's funny because I use the same exact dish for him all the time, but normally it's over there and he's afraid of it right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let him see me drop the food in it. And that's another thing too. Come here, Todd. Okay. Yes. Try to move their stuff around. If you keep everything in an exact place and one day you have to repair that spot and you got to move their dish, then they're all confused. What do you got? Come here. What do you got? Come here, Todd. Yes, good boy. He comes to me, treat him. And like if you're playing with a toy and you ask him to come, you don't have to treat him because the toy is the treat. It is the reward. But every time you ask him to come in the house, at least praise. I mean, if they understand what praise is, that way you're working on the recall. Yes. Good boy. Here. Look at. Yes. What is that? Good boy. That is so funny. Like I say, it's his dish that he uses every single day, but it's in a different spot. Come here. Go say hi to Coda. Go say hi to Moon. Come here. Come on, puppy, puppy, puppy. Now he's starting to get bored. So when you're working with your dog and all of a sudden they take off and they're not paying much attention to you anymore, it's because they're not finding it stimulating anymore. it's moving too slow or it's not fun enough. So you got to change it up. Come here, Tot. And get it excited again. But that's why we always recommend to only train your puppies for 10 to 15 minutes a day so they don't lose interest. Yes, good boy. Yes, good boy. You don't want them to lose interest, because if they start losing interest, then they don't want to learn anymore. So you always got to keep it fun. Good boy. Good boy. Yay. Oh, he's scared of that dish. Yay. Oh, gotta sit. Yay. Good boy. He's not sitting, but he's got 4 on the floor. Get it. Get it, get it. Get it, get it. Yay! Good boy. You're still scared of that dish, aren't you? Can you... Come here, Tot. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. He don't like that dish sitting there. Can you sit? Yes. Good boy. Attention, attention, attention. Pick him up. Attention, attention, attention. Good boy. Now, he's getting pretty good with sit, so I want to add one more thing in. I want to teach him to spin. Come here. And we're going to lure him. I have to put that dish up because I'm just distracting him like crazy. Here. I'm going to lure him to spin. Spin. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Sit. Can you sit? Sit. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Come here. Come here. Hey. Come here. We're going to give you a big one for this. Ooh, come here. Come in. Spin. Yes. Good boy. I might choke on that. Yes. Good boy. Come here. Spin. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Come here. And I don't really care what way he spins right now, but obviously he's right-handed because he went this way a lot easier than he went the other way. Come here. Come here. Come on. Get it, get it, get it. Get it, get it. Come on. Spin. Yes. Good boy. And I'm going to double treat him on that one because he did that a couple times. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Praise, another form of a reward. Yay. Can you sit? Tot. So I think I'm over 10 minutes, which is obvious because he's not paying close attention anymore. So you have to keep an eye on your dog and watch their body language. When they start getting done with it, you end on a good note. So ending on a good note would mean, come here. Come here. Come here. Sit. Right here. Sit. Sit. Yes, good boy. And training session's done. You want the last thing in their mind before you end your training session, a treat and something fun. Praise, because he is a good boy. He is a good boy. Yes, he is. And then you end your training session. So if you don't want a dog to jump on you in your daily living, you gotta sit. Now, if he doesn't sit and he goes off, that's fine. I'm still not rewarding him by petting him for jumping. So if you don't want a dog jumping on you, especially when they get older, don't let them do it when they're little. Because, like I say, when they're little, they're so cute, they're irresistible, they're jumping on you, you're picking them up, you're petting them because they're so stinking cute, but you're rewarding them for jumping on you. So don't. Just ask them to sit, and then pet them or pick them up. And like I say, you want to make sure that's after the time that they have to settle in, because if you start demanding that right when you get them, they're kind of confused. You have to let them settle into their home first, get to know you, get to know your routine, get to trust you, and then that's when you start working on manners and stuff like that. When you set the food dish down, ask them to sit. When you open the door to let them out, ask them to sit. Now for the door, I would ask them to sit and I would treat them and then open the door. Now when they get bigger, they're gonna defy that a little bit, but we'll do a video on that when they're older. But for now, don't let them jump on your legs. The neighbors are shooting guns. I better go check on the dogs. You guys get it, right? No jumping. If they jump, don't touch. When they calm, sitting or laying, touch. And then they won't grow up thinking they need to jump on you for attention.